How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another deck profile for Vivi in set 9 of One Piece TCG. If y'all remember, I had a list similar to this a bit ago, but I made some changes, added some cards back in that I kind of missed, like the pudding, Mr. 1, right? I took out Yasop and Rayleigh, the blocker, put in Lucky Roo, right? Some key changes based on how I feel like the meta's kind of going a little bit, right? We added more Gravity Blade, but let's get into this. Before you do the deck list, of course, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you like these kinds of deck lists and profiles. And also, if you guys are going to be buying anything off a TCG player, I have my affiliate link in the description if you want to help support the channel. But let's get into this. We got Vivi, our red, blue, 5 life leader, cannot attack, activate main once per turn, rest 2 Dawn, draw a card, give something rush. Pretty good with how much just like generically good red and blue cards we're getting, right? Like there's been some crazy support this set with Shanks and like the red hair pirates stuff, which just really makes the deck not great, right? But still fun to play. So getting into the list, we got 4 Otama, of course, just one of the best red 2k counters, 1 Dawn to minus 2k power on something. Next, we got Sanji that works really well with this deck. 2 cost, 3k power, 2k counter. Activate main once per turn. Add 1 card from your life to your hands. Give this character plus 2000 power and then 2 rested Dawn. Also, we can give him rush. So, pretty good way to swing in 7k rush with only 4 Dawn. Next, we got Super Spot Build Duck Squad, our last 2k counter. 2 cost, 3k power, 2k counter. When attacking, give one of your active leaders minus 5,000 power during this turn. Return this card to your hand. This was always in here for swinging at searchers like Bonnie, Baby 5. Now in set 9, it's mainly for Lafitte, right, against Blackbeard. So still 2 copies. Definitely could consider going 12 2Ks in this list, right? We like to defend our life until we get to endgame. Honestly, I think I might bump this up right now to 3. Take out Mr. 1, right? I think having this at 3 is pretty good. More 2Ks, never a problem, really. Next, I cut Shanks down to 1 copy for the KO. I don't think there's too much of like a target for this right now, right? If you think about decks in the meta, we got Dofi, which if they're going to play the 10 cost Kaido, they're normally only playing 1 of that, and we can't KO that with this unless we have 2 Shanks on the board already. But at that point, like if you have 2 10 cost 12k rush bodies on the board and you have 1 or lost already, you know, it's like, is it really the worst? You know, like I don't think there's that many targets. If you're playing against Shanks, all of his bodies are going to be most of the time 12k power anyway, unless it's a Rayleigh. Blackbeard, again, the blocker is 12k. There's not too much. This was mainly in here for like yellow against a Nell. It was great, you know. If you go to a locals where there's a lot of Nell players, this is still a card that I'll run heavily because it KOs pretty much every bit of the top end. Not that new Nell card that just got announced, right? That 10, 11k power rush. That's kind of crazy, but that's the story for like 6 months from now. Next, we got Shiraya, 3 copies, 3/4, 1k counter blocker. When attacking and blocking once per turn, this character's base power becomes the same power as your opponent's leader until the start of your next turn. So if they stack a bunch of Dawn on their leader, swing, you can block and then just counter out 1k because it matches however much they stack their leader up to, right? Pretty good way. This was always a good card against Black Yellow Luffy, but he's been falling out of the meta a little bit, right? But he's still just like a generically really good blocker. And if we have nothing else to play out on like 3 Dawn, he could be good if you don't want to just use your leader ability, right? We can use our leader ability, by the way, even if you have nothing to give it rush to, because the first part of it is draw a card, and that's not conditional, like to give rush, right? So if we're on 3 Dawn, we can either like just use our leader ability or play out a Shiraya. Next, we got Rayleigh, 4 copies. I've always said that this card is like perfect for Vivi because on 10 Dawn, you can play him out for 8, then give him rush. So he's an 8k power rush in our deck, right? And then on play, choose 2 of your opponent's characters. Till the end of your opponent's next turn, give up to one of them minus 3,000 power, one of them minus 2,000 power, and then KO one of your opponent's characters with 3,000 power or less. Really great card. I think people have finally realized how good of a card Rayleigh is. Like, obviously he's using Shanks a lot, but he's just such a generically good red card. It's kind of crazy. Like, I've seen people even run this card in Sanji decks, even though they don't get to rush him out because he has an on play. It's just that good of a card. Next, we got the new Shanks, the 10 cost 12k power rush, and then all of your opponent's characters have minus 1,000 power. I've never really been a fan of the 10 cost rush characters in Vivi, right? But as things have gone on, like, this card is really good. That minus 1,000 is really strong. And if you can get two of them out, then it's like your opponent can't really do that much anymore. Then we got Ben Beckman. This was easily replaced the slot that I had the 7-drop Borsellino in. He is 7-drop, 7k power, 1k counter. So he's got counter, which is great. And then on play, trash up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 6,000 or less. Trash, not KO. Super strong. Really great card. On 9 Don, we can use this effect, give him rush, swing 7k, pretty good. Next, we got Lucky Roo, 4/5, 1k counter blocker. I forgot he's a leader locked. Shut up. You guys didn't see anything. Okay, of course, we're running the Rayleigh, right? Because he's a 5/6 blocker, 1k counter, and then on play, if your opponent has 2 or more characters with a original power of 5,000 or more, draw 2, trash 1. Blue Doflamingo is best deck, right? Like, he is so popular, it's crazy. So it's not uncommon that your opponent will have 2 characters with 5,000 power or more. So great way to filter out some of our cards. Next, we got the Whitebeard. Again, for Blue Doflamingo, I just love this card so much. Just being able to rest itself and KO any 5,000 power less card. Like, he is a hard body to get rid of, being a 7 cost 8k power, and then KOing one of their 5k power or less bodies every turn. Really great, really great. This card combos so well with Rayleigh. If you can play out Whitebeard and then next turn play out a Rayleigh, you essentially KO 2 things. Really good, really good. Next, we got Mr. 1, Daz Bones, the 5/6 1k counter. You don't get to use his initial effect. However, you still get the on play draw 2, trash 1. So this is just another way to cycle out our hand, because again, we do run a good amount of bricks. I think it's like 19 or so cards with no counter between our characters and then our events too. However, 4 of those are our 0 cost events, right? But next we got Ulti, the 4/5 1k counter. This is like my favorite card to play out on 4 Dawn, because on play, if your leader is multicolored, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand. Do not reveal it. It does not say reveal. You don't have to reveal this card, right, that you take. And then add the rest in any order to the top or bottom of your deck. So on 4 Dawn, you can establish a body. She replaces herself, and then you get to stack the deck so you know what you'll draw into on your next turn. Really great. Next, we got 2 of the Pudding. We don't need more than 2 copies of the 4-drop Pudding. You know, on play, your opponent returns all of their cards from their hand to their deck and then shuffles and then draws 5, right? You don't need more than 2 copies, because more often than not, like, we're going to see most of our pieces being that we can draw an additional card with our leader ability once per turn, right? And then we also have these other cards that cycle for us, you know? So just 2 copies. Next, we got Boa Hancock. This is, again, like one of my favorite cards. If this had counter, it'd be perfect. It would be too strong to have counter, but, you know, we just can't have too many bricks in the deck, right? But she is 6 cost 8k power. On play, one of your opponent's characters other than Monkey D. Luffy cannot attack until the end of their next turn. And then bottom deck 1 cost character. Just the fact that you can freeze or prevent one character from attacking, like even if it's a 10 drop, you know, say we're going against Shanks, you know, they can't swing with one of their 10 drops the next turn. Pretty great. And then if we're on 8 Dawn, we're using this ability, playing with this card, and then rushing with 8k power. Really great. Like, that is the most. On 8 Dawn, you're swinging 8k. Like, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Next, our events. We got 4 0 cost. Again, we just have a lot of bricks. You know, this lets you trash a card from your hand, get 3,000 power for the battle. And then we got 3 Gravity Blade. Again, so much Blue Doflamingo, so just bottom decking 2 cost 6 or less characters. Really good. And then the trigger, place 1 character with the cost of 5 or less to the bottom of the owner's deck. You know, it's just really good in the current meta. We got a lot of just removal in this deck. Still, we got a lot of top end. We only have 4 10 drops. However, Rayleigh is just so strong that I don't think we need more, right? So that's the deck list. Let's try it out, see how fun it is. I think, like I said, we got a lot of good red support in this set. So Vivi can have a chance to shine, hopefully. But either way, let's get into some games. Vegapunk. We got 2 leaders that can attack. Honestly, I feel like he's got too much support. Hi, hello. Never had somebody say hello, honestly. Are we going second? Sure, let's keep. We're going first. Okay, pass. Let's see. Because Rayleigh might be good if he's cheating out bodies every turn, right? And we're going first, so we can play him on curve, possibly. Unless he's heals. Okay, yeah, no. Lilith coming out. Let's see what he picks up. Shaka, okay. Let's just draw. Okay, get another Sanji. We can honestly Rayleigh, and then next turn Newgate, pop something, give it Dawn to Rayleigh to swing 7. Shaka coming out. I won't be able to hit that for a bit, but now we can't Rayleigh actually. 7 at us, huh? Let's take, so we get another option. Ooh, okay. Let's ulti. Pick up the 2k counter, put the rest at the top. We're going in 7 Dawn next turn, so we don't even need the Rayleigh yet. And we will end turn 1 Dawn up. I kind of miss Happiness Punch, even as like a 2 of, but yeah. At least we can trash the Shaka with Ben Beckman, but honestly, it's better to use Gravity Blade on him so we can't just keep getting him back, I feel. 6 Dawn. He just knew that I was playing the Rayleigh, so he put it to life so I couldn't get my effect. Genius. That's gonna be a problem for me, possibly. Let's go. I have so many 2Ks. Let's give a Otama, and honestly, I kind of want to keep the Rayleigh in my hand for possibly later turns. So let's just do 2 2Ks. I'll be very greedy and keep the Rayleigh. All right, let's boom you. KO, swing 6 at 5, get a 2K by chance. Or it goes. Fair enough. He can probably get it back with the event, right? So we'll lose our ulti. Oh, Darishi. I forget how good this is for yellow decks like Vegapunk, that Robin and Rygo. Interesting. All right. I don't like that, right? But honestly, we don't play that many 10 costs anymore. Hoping to find a pudding. I can bend Beckman to trash that, or yeah, because that shock is kind of low down. Let's swing 5. Of course, trash you. Swing 7. My Nami will die, but he doesn't get the draw because he has so many cards. Hopefully we can find our pudding soon. We'll keep the Rayleigh in hand for when he plays out like a Shaka or something else. Yep. What did he trash? The event. Okay. And then we'll just swing 8 to get the blocker to come out. Yup. Alright, so next turn, we get that perfect combo of having the Rayleigh in hand to play out after. As long as this doesn't die. This could die. I do have a lot of counter. Playing the Darishi. Again, great card, right? You know. Get to search for like 2 of any of your Vegapunk cards. Get the event and a Robin. I talk about how we only need 2 copies of Pudding, but then I never find it when I need it. But then whenever I bump it up, I feel like to like 3 copies, it's like too much almost. But really, when you have those... Oh, at 9 at us, we will take... Okay. 3 Don for... An event? An event by chance? I don't know. Well, I guess I can just KO. I mean, it's not the craziest use of a Rayleigh. But now I can swing a bunch at him. Oh, I know he has one of the events. That counter event. Right, yep. Does he just have a bunch of them? Okay, and swing 8 again. Alright, but now he's at position where he can Rygo one of our bodies. 10 cards. We really wish I had a Pudding. Yamato too. Okay, can't KO anything. At least we have our 1-0 Shanks to KO that. That's pretty good. And there's one of his events. Let's slam down our Shanks. Swing 7 of life. I assume he's going to play the Shaka because I can't KO that. But we can at least pressure him by... Oh. I mean, fair enough. Maybe he wants to search for something too. Okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, he got to search and then also I'm tempted to do that. So that's like an AK swing that he prevents from hitting his life. So I don't know. Got another one. Frankie. So we got another 2K counter. I mean, our board's looking scary. He might Rygo our Shanks. That would be a good target for us, but then for him. But then that means we are probably going to keep all of our AK bodies. And then hopefully we get closer to finding a Pudding. Hopefully they're not both in life somehow. Katakuri. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, heal yourself. That's... Yeah. I mean, you can get rid of one of my bodies, but at the end of the day, you're now back up at 3 life. Still has a Don up too. Huh. What's my best bet? I mean, I can just Boa so he can't attack. Give Boa a rush. Now I can swing 7, 8, 9, 9, 12. Pretty good. I think you need to play out the blocker off of this. Is that not the last one I think we've seen? I think we've seen 4 of his events so far. Okay. What do we find? An Edison, a 2K counter. Okay. We'll just KO. That. Swing 9, 9, 12. He does get to play out the other Lilith, but now he gets a 2K counter. Okay. Swing 9. So many cards. 11 cards in hand. Hopefully we just burn a couple here, you know. Looking for 3 cards with this 9K swing. And then 12 at your life. Hopefully we get like, what is that? Okay, just takes. That's also good for us. All right. So if he heals again twice this turn, still puts him at 2 life. We have 5 swings again and just 10 Don. We won't need to really deal with his board so much as just swing. Rygo. But now he can only heal 1. Oh, you should have hit my 12K body. Because now I'm just going to be going for game. 8 of life. Sure, we'll take 1 to heal. Fair enough, fair enough. I think we'll just swing 7 first. I was thinking of rushing out the Shanks, but I don't even think you need to, honestly. Especially if you just took that. Right, because now we can just swing 22. Which, 8 cards in hand. No Don up though, so I don't think he can defend this, especially with 2 8K swings following up. But he can get pretty close. He did get a lot of counter, a lot of 2Ks. You know, GG. I love Vegapunk versus Vivi matchups. All right, we got Doflamingo. Hopefully our Newgate and Rayleighs can save us. We'll see what they choose to go. Hopefully they choose first. They do. Oh, this is a strange hand. I like the Ben Beckman, but we'll mulligan here. Okay. We got 2 puddings. We got a Rayleigh and Beckman. Okay. Interesting. Takes the Jimbei. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Just leader building. Boom, bam. Ah, dude, if he hits us with pudding, realize how much of a threat that can be. But just using leader ability off. Okay, 7 at us. I think, do we 2K 1K here just to go down because of pudding or no? Another Rayleigh. See, I'm just priming myself to get hit with a pudding. But if he does, honestly, getting hit with a pudding this early wouldn't be the worst. I mean, it'd be pretty rough, right? We're at 9 cards. That's a perfect time to do it, but that means he just swings 6 with leader. He just Jimbei into a Weevil. Oh, he's just gonna swing 5. I'm still gonna probably give a 2K counter here, or I could give a pudding. Yeah, I can pudding too. Probably don't need both of them. He doesn't even have a huge hand, so. $1K. Swing 6, play out Mr. 1, I guess. Or I can swing 5 twice, use ulti. Maybe establish the 6K body swing, because next time we're going up to 8, we can Rayleigh, so then maybe we can swing 6 into one of his reduced bodies. So yeah, let's swing 6, look for a 2K counter. I'm hoping he counters out here. Yeah, okay. So that next turn, when I go to swing at him, honestly, do I trash a 2K counter? Maybe an ulti, because don't really need him as much now. He counters out now, like he's only at 4 cards in hand. Next turn, when I go to swing at his board, I'll have less counter to deal with that, which is exactly what I want. Boa coming out, stacking the deck even more. Did he put him to the bottom with Perona, I wonder? Is that why he's stacking again? Or, I don't know. 7 for Law. Is he going to bounce my ulti? I guess that's fine. I expected her to just die either way, so I guess going back to my hand would be just as good. I'll counter out with her. We will counter out here because I am expecting a 7K swing from Weevil, which I will take off the chance that it's like a Grav Blade trigger, which would be really good right now. It's not. It's not. Alright, so we'll Rayleigh. We'll kill the Boa. I'll reduce the Law, because the Law, getting that back really sucks. So we'll swing at the Law, hopefully kill it. Or I could have swung a Jimbei, honestly, and just let Law be a 3K body. But if he thinks about saving it... pass. Okay, so yeah, just trying to keep his board a little less scary as we develop our big bodies. Hits me with the pudding. What a jerk. How dare you? That's rude. What the hell is his hand? I'm sorry. 3 Shiraya? Kind of crazy. You're getting kind of crazy out here. I mean, the bow is really good. You know, dealing with the body, bottom decking the Perona. Means he can't bounce it back, right? Perona's a really great target to bounce back with, like that bounce law we saw. 7 on us. This is going to be crazy when I counter out 3 1k counters. And he gets the Gecko Mori to get back his Boa Hancock. We'll take this. Honestly, that Ben Beckman's good too. Nah, I don't know. Well, 2k or 1k, 1k. I don't want to go down to 1 life. I don't want to go down to 1 life. I don't want to go down to 1 life. You call me crazy. He's just going for my life, man. I don't like it. Let's hit him with this. Yeah, this can attack. Bottom deck that. Go boom bam. We got a couple 0 cost events. Let's go 7 at Jinbei. We know we got a Boa back, so that's a card with no counter. Hopefully we just clear his board, limit him down to 1 swing, and maybe the pudding if he wants to really stack Don on that. It's fine. But it looks like he's countering out here. That's fine. We can go 8 and then 9. Okay. So yeah, if he wants to split with pudding and leader, that's fine. But I'm assuming he's just going to play out like 3 bodies here. I don't know. His hand is kind of... He countered out a lot there. And still lost his Jinbei and Moria. We knew he had the Boa. He still had 5 life. That's crazy. That's why I countered out there with all those 1k counters, right? Because he still had 5 life. I'm clearing his board, but I need to both do that and start hitting his life at some point. So next turn we can definitely Ben Beckman, leader ability, try to start rebuilding our hand size. You know, getting hit with that pudding does suck, but eventually we can kind of build that hand size up a bit. Yeah, losing that other Rayleigh. That Rayleigh would have been perfect this turn. He's putting cards at the top of his deck. But this guy's not swinging at my board, so just need to defend my life. I think I'm going to 0 cost event here. 4 Don. Bounce law. Can't bounce anything of mine. Is he going to bounce his pudding back? Bounces the Weevil. He might play out the Weevil. Then yeah, I'm going to 0 cost to 0 cost. Call me crazy, because I don't think he's going to swing with pudding. I think, yep, he's going to play at the Weevil. Yep. Bless me with a top deck Rayleigh, please. Woo! Okay. We're going to pop the Boa. Reduce the... Reducing the law makes him a 3k body. He probably won't even swing with it. Boom, bam. Swing 6 at Jinbei. Yeah, him replaying out that Weevil did kind of do wonders for him. But at this point, he'll still probably have 2 swings, possibly 3. You know, if he just stacks Don, he could just split and kill us. Depends on if our top deck is like a 2k counter, if these are counter 2, you know. Okay. Boom. That is not counter. That's not counter. That would have been great to be in my life, not in my hand. So now we're just going to give him a bunch of cards, but we need to at least hit his life at some point. But here's where if I did take that 6k swing at my life and keep those Shirai's in hand, like I would just be at 1 life here for him to split with his Weevil and leader and kill me. Honestly, the Grav Blade might have been better in that situation over a Rayleigh. Like, getting the body to swing at is with is great, but just bottom decking 2 cards, like, we wouldn't even have the Law as a possibility right now. Or I probably would have bottom decked the Weevil, right? But yeah, this is scary. Yes. Yes. 6 Dawn to split with a 3k body. I have 1k counter. Is there a chance? Is there a chance? I should have kept the 0 cost in hand, but I expected to play out the Beckman this last turn. It was just by chance that I need a 2k counter. Oh. Oh, okay. Is he gonna leave? Okay. He just passed his turn. I had the 2k counter. I had 2k counter. If that makes it any consolation, I had a 2k counter there. So I would have been able to survive. So I had this to go up to 8, right? That's the only reason, you know, still playing it out. Let's see. The 5 cards I had 3. Okay, I need all these to go through unless I want a Beckman. I can go 9. I'll have, after, if I make these both 9, then I have 6 Dawn left. Let's just go 9. Yeah, 9. Okay, please no more 2k counters. He's given so much counter. He's given so much counter. 11. I think 11 and then all on Rayleigh. We'll just see. At this point, what I can't swing with Sanji, right? Because I need to add the card from life, so I can't, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Looks like we got it. Whew. I was worried that he would leave after he skipped the 7k swing at my life, but because in all fairness, you never know. GG. Got black purple Luffy. The last like 3 matches I've joined have been against a black purple Luffy. I don't think it's the same person, and they've all left. Let's keep, because we have the ulti for our 4 down turn. Boa can hit like a Sanji rush, something like that, maybe even a Zoro. No cards to draw off the Law is rough. 4 cards, and so whiff. Interesting. We draw into our Grav Blade. Swing 7 at us. We'll take. Okay. We'll ulti. Take a 2k counter. Start placing on top. Pass back. He's up to 6 Dawn already. Still wondering what he could have whiffed on. Well, I guess the Law has to be a 2 cost. So he could have had the Gum Gum Giant event. Could have had like Gecko Moria's 2. I don't know what else. Like a Lin Lin maybe. 5 at us. We will counter 1. 5 at us. We'll counter 1. 6 Dawn. Sanji. Okay. I could swing 6 at Zoro, play out Mr. 1. I was also thinking about playing the Boa. Swing 5 of life. He could free block, but you never know. People don't. I can give anything rush, you know? So yeah, fair enough. Let's freeze the Zoro, because I just don't assume that he's going to swing with his blocker. He could, right? But we'll freeze the Zoro. Bottom deck is Law. Moria. Okay. I mean, fair enough, just to get a Moria out. We'll well, 1K, but then what else do I want to do? 7. Yeah, I want 1K. Because I can play out, Rayleigh's perfect. Rayleigh is perfect. I can't really deal with the Moria, but I can make it so Zoro can't really attack. Kill his blocker, and then start swinging his life. Go 5, then 8. So we've made the Zoro into a 2K body next turn. We get 2 2Ks. The next turn we're pretty healthy, so we can play out the Shanks, rush it into the Moria. Don, he could play like a rush Luffy too. We will 2K here. Maybe I should have used Otama in case I wanted to rush with Sanji. That is, yeah. Shanks might be a good against that. 13 at 8. Go 10. No, I can't save. I can't save the Boa, so I'll save the ulti. So maybe he wants. Wait, he not swim? Can he not? I don't really. I'm not used to the 10 drop Luffy. I don't really play it. Again, I can't save the Boa, so I'll save one of them. Sanji, okay. Swing 5 of life. Make him maybe counter out of the 5K. Interesting. So we'll swing. Does he have no counter? We have a 2K here. Okay. Yeah, GG. He didn't have a 2K, so he would have lost his 10 drop. That would have left him at 7 Don next turn. So you have no play, really. Can't really use the Sabo for anything because you'd be at 7 Don, right? Yeah, that's kind of a pretty bad spot to be in, I guess. But those are the games. Again, I always say this with my Vivi videos, but like, I'm not saying that Vivi is a great deck that's going to win big tournaments, but it's fun and it's off meta and it's different. If you're looking for something unique to try out, right? Leaders that can't swing are always tricky. It makes you think a little bit better about your deck building, right? Because your stuff has to have a lot of value or else you're just going to be very, very outplayed by your opponents, right? We have so much removal now with red that it's just a lot of fun. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Like I've always said, I've played Vivi since like the start of playing One Piece TCG, and it's fun to try out so many different builds. As we get into set 9, like I said, we have a lot of great red cards to try out. But let me know what you think of the list down in the comments. If you've tried Vivi on set 9, what have you done differently than me, right? Like, I would love to next time try out more of a like control, like a lot of KO by power, right? Like we have the new gate, we have Ben Beckman, we've got Rayleigh, of course we got Shanks. You know, maybe we could put some building snakes or like the Gordon Raise Max style cards in there, try and KO more high power characters, right? With our Beckman or Newgate, something like that, right? Like, I don't know, we could make some more control style, lean more into the red, I guess. But let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know what you think about the deck list down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.